Okay, I'm back on streaming.
Okay. Are you able to see your face when you press the webcam section?
Yeah,
Okay, that's a good sign that you're able to see it.
yeah, I don't see the charts or anything though, but
Hmm. Okay.
yeah, I wonder why. I do see that, we did a display capture, and I see the chart in the background when it would do when I look at display capture.
Yeah.
It looks like it's there, but it should show, shouldn't it? Shouldn't I show my face in there? I would guess. Oh, maybe my. Oh, that's it, Brock. I was too big. My head was way too big. There we go. Okay, it's all working.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, take us, unlist us or go live.
Okay.
Okay.
It says you're live from your end, you said?
Um, let me see. I move this thing.
Ah, for some reason it's showing it in a different live than the one that you had scheduled.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, delete that one then, the scheduled one, and have us go live, whatever one is live. Shoot, we'll have to copy all this stuff to the one that's open. Let me try to find that from content. Studio. Shit. Studio. Huh. Okay, content. Live. Okay.
Did you add the disclaimer and all that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Um,
It's still unlisted.
edit the thumbnail.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna change, put that in there.
maybe you can. I'm gonna go live. Okay.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Yep.
Um,
You want me to make it public? Or
no,
you?
I got it.
Okay, cool.
All right, bye.
All right, I'll be in there.
Okay, yeah, text me in there and tell me that you can hear my mic and webcam if you would, please.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
All right, bye.
I'll talk to you. Bye.
Dun, dun. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Hopefully, we're getting off the ground here. Let me type something in the chat and see if anybody can hear me or see me. Okay, let's see. Public. Hey, Brock, are you out there? Can you hear me? Let's see. Live. Studio. Hey, can you hear me?
Um, Second.
I don't see anything in the chat either from you.
Yeah, gain the shareable link.
Well, how about
Yeah.
you go on there first for me and make sure you can see it and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I can hear you.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see the chart and the webcam or no?
I see the chart, not the webcam.
You don't see the webcam?
No.
See the chart though?
Yeah.
Do you see my cursor on the chart? I know it takes a minute, so.
Yeah, I see your cursor moving around.
On the gold nugget?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got 5 people in here.
Okay. You want to type something in the chat for me? Okay. Let's see, why wouldn't the video be working? Video's not showing, huh? See if it moves to the disclaimer. Did it move to the disclaimer?
I still see charts.
I know it seems like it takes about 5 seconds, but I think that it should have.
Yeah, still on charts.
Okay, I see something here. I know why. Preview. Hold up. Okay, here's something. Scenes. So, how do you get that to go over here? So Brock, inside of OBS, I've got the preview, and it's showing me, the disclaimer in the preview window. And then in the program window, it's got, Ninja no webcam. How do I move over? Is it this transition here? I use this transition button, don't I? From the preview to the program. Let me try it. I'm going to hit it. I got to try it. Yep, that's it. Okay, cool. All right, good. So you can probably see the disclaimer in a minute, I hope. You don't see the disclaimer pop up?
No, I'm still on the chart. Oh yeah, disclaimer. Cool. You're in it.
Okay. All right, good. I think I see how this stuff works now. Cool. All right, perfect.
Got 6 people off there.
Okay. Well, cool. I think we're up and rolling, man.
Okay, cool.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, bye. All right, super. So it seems like we're getting off our feet here. This is the AI AutoTrader getting ready to show it live, and want to just figure out our software here and try to understand how this system works. I'm using a live streaming software called OBS Studio, and it basically helps you project your chart and allow you to do some other things like a disclaimer or some sort of backgrounds. So I wanted to get this thing up and running today. So Brock has been helping me get it going. So Brock, thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, Carlos, thanks for joining us. I saw your message there in Discord. I was hoping that you'd jump on here. Thank you. Want to show you kind of a little bit behind the scenes there of what we're working on to switch over that strategy. Nikki, good morning. Appreciate you joining. Gonna look at some live action here. Just wanted to show something real quick. So the gold nugget's up $800 already this morning. It took one hit, but the second trade that it jumped in, it's up almost $800. Oops. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Okay, cool. I didn't know that would switch over to that. but we're in this trade right here, this gold nugget trade. So let's see, this is a little bit hard to see. I know that these backgrounds are a little bit loud and wild, but we'll change them to the black when we get real serious about making money. So this one, we can change it and see what all's been going on. So it entered this trade right here, short entry. So something, oh, it's on a 5-minute range. I was wondering what's going on. So the GC is a 15, and it must have entered this trade right here, short entry. Jumped in on this candle right here, and it's been riding this thing down. Let's, give me a second. Brock's calling, probably gonna help me out here. Oh, it's still showing the disclaimer. Thanks, Brock. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. Thanks, Brock. Appreciate you helping again. I should get used to that. Hey, Rory, good morning. Awesome. So Brock just helped me. Yeah, thanks, Rory. Still projecting the disclaimer. Thank you for showing me that. There's about I don't know, we don't know on this end, about a 5-second delay when I switch the screen before I guess you guys will see it. So, but I wanted to show this this gold nugget trade over here. I guess Rory just gave me or Brock gave me the looking good. Thanks, Brock. But now we can see the gold nugget trade. The gold nugget jumped in right here on this candle, and you can't really see the magenta where it jumped in at, but it was right here with this this little buy stop trigger right here. Jumped in right here. It's been running it down. On this strategy, I have it going from break even to plus some amount of ticks. That's going to be coming out in the new release, hopefully this weekend, where you go break even and you can put plus or minus on it. So yeah, we're looking forward to having that come through so that you guys can take advantage of. Even if the trade goes against you, you can still make some money. So looking forward to that release where we get everybody on the same page again. So I've got that on my software now where I'm breaking even and going a plus amount of ticks. But look at this trade right here. Wow, what a juggernaut. Now I don't know why it's 2 contracts, because it shouldn't be. So I have to look at that in a minute. It's actually only 1 here. I'll have to see what I've got going on in this thing. Why it's showing 2 there, it should be showing 1. Looks like a nice trade though, so looking forward to that one. Carlos was okay, good. Carlos, can you see the chart now? Good call out there. Want to make sure that everybody can see what we're seeing here on this end. Let's see. So hopefully, Rory, if you can see me in the charts, let me know, would you please? The webcam should be in the bottom right. Okay, Carlos, thank you. Good. Okay, awesome. So yeah, we got a little bit of a. I want to see why it's showing that we have 2. I might have 2 trades going on in that instrument. No. Huh. So the couple other good trades we got going on are right here on this. Kind of messing around with another strategy for the NASDAQ 15 range. Looking forward to seeing how this one does. It's been doing good over the last couple of days, so we'll see. It looks like it's jumping out pretty good trade this morning. I do want to go back to the disclaimer and just make sure we share that information properly now that we're up and rolling. Let me transition this guy back in here. And I'll wait a few seconds for it to transition. Hey Ron, good morning. get to see a couple of things. So hopefully the disclaimer pops up in a few seconds, but need to go over this by law. So just want to let you know that all signals and trading opportunities provided both orally or written or electronically that are disclosed to you guys are for educational and demonstrational purposes only. Me or my team take no responsibilities for any of your trading or trading losses. There's a significant amount of risk that is in this trading business. So please manage your risk. Me or my team are not financial advisors. So we're traders just like most of our community here, and trying to make money any way we possibly can. So me and my team, we have a commitment to our community to try to leverage everything we possibly can to make each other money. So that's why we're going live here, is showing everything that we have, and taking ideas from you guys to make these things even better. And I've got some of my live account rolling here today, and we'll be able to kind of see how I've been doing trading, and we'll look forward to our journey together live. So there's no more no more updates at the end of the week. It's like live update. Like let's go right now. What's doing good right now? Not what happened last week. Let's get in the windshield and not in the rear view mirror. So that's kind of our goal here, is to show the auto trader and what it's up to, and which strategies are hitting, like this gold nugget right now. That thing's it's in a juggernaut. So it's about okay. So it just made that target. Awesome, made that target. That's been a really good strategy coming out. I just developed it a couple weeks ago, and it's a 6-to-1, so it's a 15 tick target stop. Let me transition back over. Sorry, take me a minute to figure out the charts and the setups. So yeah, I wanted to show this this gold nugget trade. It finished this trade here and hit this target. I have a sneaking suspicion I was messing around with my Ninja this morning, getting it all set up, and I want to check and see if there's something in a trade on that GC. Yes, it's got a short. So we're going to end that contract there. As most of you know who run the Ninja here, we have to work with this platform to keep it rolling. It's definitely something that we've worked with over time now, and we've got Charles on the team who can get you up and running anytime. But it definitely have to be patient with it, because it's finicky, but powerful. On the other hand, very, very powerful. So let's kind of look underneath the hood here a little bit at a couple of the strategies that are doing good, and see if we can learn anything from them. So the market, how about that? Hit some all-time highs on the S&P and the NASDAQ. 18,000. Whew, that's huge. So Carlos, I want to answer your question if I could. Let's try to get you set up here. Yes, what is the ATM strategy you have on the chart? Carlos, if you don't mind, drop me in what specific chart you're mentioning, and it might be one on the spreadsheet. If it is, we'll bring over the spreadsheet and get it set up for you. Kind of show you how the behind the scenes of getting one set up, if that's what you're after. So if you would, in the comments there, just let me know what chart you were wondering about the ATM on. So this one right here, the Haymaker, the GC 24/7. Yeah, let's take a look at that one in a second. Thanks, Carlos. This one here we've got, this is the haymaker. Have it on the signal A, so it was going to jump in on that trade right there. Good thing it didn't, because it would have lost that trade. This one we have starting at 9:30, so it's got a little wait left here. Let's go open at the GC. Make sure I'm projecting the right one. Yes. Okay. Great. So yeah, Carlos, this strategy, what we can do is we can actually open it up over here by right-clicking in this control panel. We can open up that strategy by, for me on my end, because I've already saved it and I have it saved as like a template and behind the scenes, I can do new, and I have a few more options here than you will. But the one that you'll pick as well will be this RLAI AutoTrader P. Some neat things about this. Let me open. So you hit template, and then you hit load. So this one is the GC Gold Nugget, and this one wakes up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it runs till noon. And if we go down here, we'll kind of see what it's all about a little bit. It's a signal A entry. We have a couple of criteria that we try to flush it out for. And we've got a 100 tick clearance for any pivots. We don't use signal B on this one. And here's what we typically call the ATM. It's really the trade management. So ATM, automatic trade management, is what we call it. In this particular case, we run one contract, and we have their stop set at 15 ticks, and our target set at 100. So it's about a 6-to-1 ratio. So what that means is that you can lose, 5 trades, make the 6th trade, and still be in the money. And that's a real important thing when you run these bots, is that they get in a lot of trades, so you need the risk to reward heavily weighted in your favor, and that's what this one is, 6-to-1. I mean, that's huge. So you can take 5 losses and then get a win and still be up a little bit of money. And like I mentioned, I have these. This will be coming to you shortly in this update, but this is the break even first target. So it really lends itself to almost looking like a 2-contract trade, because as that first contract rides up, hits that 40 tick mark, your stop goes from negative 15 ticks and it pops up to 11 ticks. So it puts you in the money right away at 40 ticks. Kind of protects the investment, and then holds there. So no matter what, you make 11 ticks worth of profit. So that's kind of the behind the scenes of the gold nugget. All right, action time. Ding, 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 ding. So this is the time the computer starts to heat up. You can hear the motor winding over there in the fan. It's saying there's action. So looks like this one's kind of leading the way here, the unrealized. This one's a new one that I'm working on, trying to get it to be profitable. Okay, the haymaker just jumped in. First trade of the day for the haymaker. This haymaker's been on a run, this one that I just changed it to. So just if you're in our community, this one we changed this weekend, and changed it to a hot strategy. This one's been on fire. It was up $9,000 for the last 4 weeks, trading one contract. So that one's here on my live account as well today. Hopefully we can find profitability with that one and get a little bit of cash today. So let's kind of watch this thing and see if we can get any fadeaway. So this is really lofty. I mean, the big banks have been keeping price up all weekend, and we think we're going to go low here. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. But let's see. Let's see. The robot's smarter than me. It's a better trader than I am any day of the week. So I tend to sit back and watch it now, and let it make one out of every 3 trades, and it still's profitable. So that's the beautiful thing about what we're doing, is you don't have to hit every trade. Is by our risk to reward ratios that we have set up now. This one is a 46 tick stop and 180 tick target. So some of you said, "Oh, why are such so lofty targets?" It's the only way to make them profitable, is by putting these targets out there that are significant, and that's a good thing, because you wanna ride the trend, and I hope you keep enough room in the backside for the trend to run. So we'll kind of let these trades play out here and see what happens. Carlos is curious about the ATM. You do know what ATM is. Okay, Carlos, let's look at this. So the 24/7 is one of my manual trade setups that I've done here. Where does it show that? Okay, Carlos, you can't even see that, but you do know about it. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, that's the ATM strategy that I use to trade, Carlos. Let's kind of bring it down and show you what I typically would do. So yeah, no, I like that signal right there. Look at that green. That green cross is really, really juicy. I call those juicy trades because, we know it's not going lower. The bulls are definitely going to hold back, and, they know which way this price is going today, and it's going up. So this was a really great trade to take with this 24/7. So let's just kind of look and see what I'm doing here. This is kind of my manual trade setup that I do. $300 loss, $300 profit, one contract. So it gives me a lot of room to kind of work with the trade and see what it's going to do. So that's that's sort of been my go-to 24/7 master, is what I call it. So that I know that I'm always hitting on the right one, because there's a ton though. There's a lot of different ones that you can build in here, which are really cool, and there's some really neat ones that that make some cool noises and stuff. I think these ones that trail are the some of the coolest ones. They go cha-ching, 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 cha-ching every time you make a tick. On the NQ, it's a little annoying. RTY, it's a little bit better because it's not quite as fast. But that's what my 24/7 master is just 300 up, 300 down, and see what happens. And I've got them kind of for the different instruments that I want to trade. If I feel like going on the M&Q, I pick this one, and let's see what I've got there. Let's see. Same thing, 5 contracts, $300, both sides. And then the ES, I don't trade the ES very often. I should, because it's a lot slower. 200, 4 contracts. So 4 contracts allows you to, sort of weaken your trade. So I tend to do that once in a while. So let's kind of peel back the onion here and see which ones are coming out of the gate swinging this morning. So the top one of the day is the drone. This one's new. This is a new drone that we've released. So this is a term that we're going to start to throw out with the AI. Is we'll have what we call an AI drone, which will kind of like hover. And what I mean by hover is we got the stops and the targets opened way up. So on the NQ, for example, the drone on the NQ is 50 ticks stop and 200 ticks target. So the trade is a $250 loss or $1,000 win. And what the idea is there is that we watch the drone, the AI grabs the data from those trades, and it processes those through the machine learning model. It then delivers us back the predicted new stops and targets. So the idea is that we've got these drones out there flying, watching that trade, because we got the same entry. So we got the entries down. Watch that trade. Did it stop out? Okay. What was the maximum forward excursion of that trade? And we're capturing those numbers, putting them in a database, running them through that model, and then it's feeding us back the data. That's actually where this 30 range that we've now emulated the haymaker after. Let me show you that trade performance. That was impressive. Okay, so from January 1st to today, let's see what that one's at now. The other day when I did that video, I was telling Rory my mouth was running and I couldn't catch up, but when I looked at the trade performance, it was showing me 7,000 when I first looked, but then I hit generate, because you always hit generate to make sure it goes and captures the current data, and that strategy had made $2,000 between when I got it set up over on my other screen and was going to create the video, and then I brought it over to do the video, and when I clicked on generate, it brought in another $2,000, so it was up $9,000 in the last 4 weeks. Let me get my head straight here and bring this one up. All right. So this one is the NQ30 range. Bring this over. So I think when I bring things over to the other screen, oops, looks like they show up properly. So maybe if Rory or Brock are out there, maybe you can just let me know that as I bring something new over on the screen that it does show up for you. I assume things work, but without knowing. So we'll go from January 1st to today, and the one that's the top one that I know about right now is this one over here. Okay, great. Thank you, Brock. Or Rory. Is this one over here is the Signal A NQ 30 range Signal A. And I want to show you guys what I've done, and I hate that I got to show it because we're going to release it this weekend, but when you break even and do plus 11 on this strategy, it saves capital. So this is a really nice feature that we've added, and you'll be able to see it this weekend. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's at $12,000 now. So this thing is on fire. Let's go look at the analysis. Make sure I only got one strategy. I like to always do that to show people that it's just that strategy, because it is complicated. You can really do some, I'll say some fancy things behind here by doing, 2 strategies accidentally. So the results are, not correct. But as long as you do, click on one and then bring it back, it means that, that's the one that's active in your face. So we look here at this data, and Yeah, when I did that video on Wednesday, I looked first and it showed me 7,000, and that's what I had in my head. So when I was doing the video and I pressed, generate, it came back with this number, 9,000, and I was like, yeah, 7,800 is what it was. And now it's at $12,000. It's on one heck of a run. So like I said, I've got it, behind the scenes here on my live account, trading today too. Hopefully, this is the thing. This is the this is the balance between marketing and sort of mojo, I call it. But when you start saying how good something is, what happens. It goes bad. So I hate that that we're in this kind of thing where you have to show things to communicate. But who knows? It was doing good. It can do bad. It's done bad. It's gonna lose $1,000 every now and then. So that's it's on my live account. I have to take that $1,000 loss today, and just say, okay, it's gonna lose. It could lose 3 days in a row. It lost 700, 500, and 1,000. So let's say today I lose 1,000, tomorrow 500, another 700. I'm down almost 2,500, and this is a strategy that's up $12,000. So I just have to temper myself when it loses, and just know that the math works, and that the math worked so far. They can always go the other way, but this one's been on an impressive tear. And I wanted to show something else. So when I started noticing this one doing so well, I developed one off from it that actually went from break even to a plus 11 ticks. And look at this little guy. I've only been running it for whatever that is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and it's at $6,000 already. So this thing, and this is actually the exact one I have running behind the scenes. I'm bumping it up to 11 ticks. And again, that'll be out this weekend, that you guys will be able to do that as well. But even the one that's break even is killing it. And sometimes that works better. If I look at my numbers, between this one, which is the best one, which has been running the longest, and again, this one just goes to break even. Once it hits 80 ticks, it breaks even to 0. And again, this one goes to 11 ticks. So let's just kind of look day by day. The 9th, which was Friday, this particular one made 1,700. Again, it's bumping up 11 ticks. So this one made 1,700. If we look at the one without the bump up, on Friday, it made $21.95, so it made more money. But sometimes it doesn't make as much money. So it's kind of a balance of which is a better strategy, bumping it up or not. So what you have is still good, is what I'm saying. But what I think we're moving towards is a way to preserve capital, but still make a good amount of money. So looking forward to seeing how you guys do with the break-evens and the pluses. So yeah, let's just kind of look again and see what the strategies are doing this morning, which ones are making the most money. So this CL drone, why don't I show a little bit about this one in a minute. This is the RTY 10 range, the cash cow. This one's a version of the cash cow. Again, the cash cow's been getting killed. Oh, good. It made money already this morning. Just changed these parameters over the weekend. Try to optimize this thing. It was on a tear for a while, and then it slowed way down. So we've modified the settings a good bit, and it looks like we came out of the gate swinging here this morning. We needed that. So the cash cow's doing good. That's nice. Looks like I've got made a victory here on this. Okay, yeah. So this one's the live account made $50 on the first trade. So we must have made 80 ticks, and bumped it up to preserve the 11 ticks. I do 11 ticks because I want $50. You know, the $4 and what is that? $4.12 goes to the commission, so that's why it shows, you know, that I made $50 on 11 ticks. One tick for the house to let us do this every day. Oh well, it's worth it. So those are the ones that kind of came out of the gate this morning so far, swinging. And you know, kind of our goal for the auto trader is to kind of come on at 9:30, you know, like we did today. Today's our first day on YouTube, so thank you very much for coming and checking it out. But our goal is really just to kind of, you know, show what's doing well. You know, take a look at the market over the last day or two and see what's been happening, if there's anything that we can glean from it. I do have a big team, so I want to have like David Wise jump on here every now and then and talk about options and options trades that he's made and you know, done well on. Boy, let me give you a little bit of David's background. In January, he hit 20 out of 20 in options trades. So what those are is we send them out. He sends them out as alerts through the text message. In fact, I'm surprised he didn't text me yet for the code. He did. Okay. I have to multitask here real quick. I need to send David his code for Expert Texting. Is a company that we use to send the alerts that he sends out. So he sends out his picks that he gets from the software, and in his room he's got a really well established room, probably 300 or so people in it, but a couple of guys that are, you know, been in there a long time and really participate and put out a lot of information. Savvy Trader and Dr. No. So thank you guys too if you hear this later for doing what you do. But they really take it upon themselves to share with the community, you know, all kinds of information. What's going on with the, you know, the indexes, and, you know, what kind of information they can get behind the scenes. So there's a ton of flurry that go on in the options room. So we want to kind of share what's going on over there. Every now and then pop over into Craig's room and watch Craig trade the futures too. So you know, someday I'd like to do some competitions and you know, maybe have the AI auto trader, maybe the Haymaker, take on you know, Craig and David. David Kushner's another one of our pro traders who's has a trading room and runs our prop account trading room. So like to maybe challenge those guys, the auto trader against the manual trader, discretionary trader, and see how we can you know, come up with something fun and exciting to see, you know, who's who, and look forward to that. That's one thing that I was really hopeful for when we developed the auto trader, is the AI auto challenge. That was something that I was really hopeful for, and I think through YouTube here we'll be able to do that over time. You know, gaming's really big, you know, and I definitely think there's a platform here, and I just need to figure out the legalities behind it. But I'd love to create trading challenges, and you know, head to head, who can make more in, you know, an hour, from 9:30 to 10:30 or something like that. So that's where I'm gonna head with it until someone steers me in a different direction. That's which way I want to go. Rory will be taking over the mic here every other day or whatever the frequency is that makes sense between him and I. We've just said that we're both available, and you know, for example, this weekend I'm heading out to the Bahamas, and he's gonna take the mic. He might be a little surprised right now, Rory, if you're listening, but yeah, I'll be heading out Friday and still be gone on Monday. So, but I live really close. I'm down here in Miami Beach, and able to take it's only a 30-minute plane ride to the Bahamas. So we'll go over there for the weekend, but Rory will take over. So Rory, thank you, and he does a great job of you know, knowing the strategies and the behind the scenes. I mean, he does all of our training, so you'll be getting a really good replacement or whatever. So him and I will work individually. So yeah, someone, HJ, thanks for joining us this morning. He says how to buy this. So I think, and I may not have done it right, HJ, but I think I've put a link to our website in the comments area on YouTube. So maybe you can kind of take a look there and go check out our website and see what we have. But this is the AI AutoTrader, and it's just a series of bots or strategies or robots, whatever you want to call them. At first, when I started this business, we called them strategies, but now the bot term has come out, and so it's kind of an interchangeable thing. But this software right here is called the AI AutoTrader, and it's on NinjaTrader 8 platform, and it's really flexible. It's a Windows-based software. I've even heard you can even look at it on a phone, but I haven't done it yet personally, so I kind of can't take you through that. But I do know that I think there is an app for it. Now, would I ever probably run the app? No, but I would probably go check my accounts and see how much money I'm making or where they're at. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But yeah, that's it's on the NinjaTrader 8 platform, and we have a team. Charles can get you loaded up real quick and help you navigate the software too. So we've been running this AI AutoTrader for almost a year. So we started with a different version called the MI AutoTrader, and the MI AutoTrader was really working off the Market Internals software and using the Kinetic software, and then we pivoted from that and developed this new one called the AI AutoTrader, and now we've been running this since around March 1st of 2023, and have made quite a few developments since then. Let's open up this cash cow and watch this trade go on here. So this is the RTY cash cow. This one is a version of the cash cow. I've developed one that's a 10 range, so I can kind of show you a little bit of behind the scenes. I'd like to do it on the black one because it's just much easier to see. This one, so I have a ton of strategies going here. And it takes me always a minute to kind of get my head straight on which one's in the trade. So this one's up 300 bucks. Let's go to the RTY. Okay, it just was in that trade. Okay, so it started over here. This one jumped in, so I've got these starting at 8:30 in the morning. This one might start at 9:30. Okay, this one starts at 9:30. So right out of the gate at 9:30, it jumped in this trade right here, this long entry automatically. It jumped in this one right here, and it made the 80 tick target. So it made 80 ticks. It was probably up 80 ticks times 5. It was up $400 at one point. But we were a little greedy. We kept our head in the food trough, and we took this trade looking for the short. And that's unfortunate because that was a great short setup. So it took this short entry right here, but I've got the stops a little bit tight. I've got them at 20 ticks, and it rode back up here, 20 ticks, it sold. But boy, if price didn't only go up to that high and then just dropped like a rock again, so we would have potentially had another good trade going short there, but just didn't quite give it enough room on the stop to make that trade. So one thing I want to do a lot here is kind of show some ways that we can measure what this strategy right here would have needed to be successful. What I mean by that is how big a tick stop do I need to make that trade. Let me try to get this set up here so we can see it. So it entered this trade right here. What we can do is we can go to this ruler right here, go from where it entered this trade, and let's go pop it up to here. So we would have needed a 28 tick stop clearance to make this short. So what we do for risk and reward is we say, okay, 28 ticks for risk. Down here I could have made an 81 tick trade. So if I'm willing to risk 28 ticks, and all of us hopefully know that 28, if you would have put your stop at 28, they would have bought it. 29, they might have even bought it. 30 probably would have been safe. 31 should be safe. So what I mean by that, these wicks that we see on these candles, that's them just going to grab more contracts and running away quick. So that's why we got to keep a couple of ticks of separation from where we actually see price to where we put our stops at. So we probably could have put a 30 tick stop in this particular strategy and an 80 tick target and had this trade here. Would have won that trade. So we can kind of measure the market moves and see how much movement or opportunity we have and how much risk we need to have to make these trades. So in this case, on this trade that we made down here, let's take a look at this one. So we entered this trade right here at this little blue triangle. Let me get over here. And this thing it's trying to snap. Let me undo snap. Disable. So we can go right from this little blue triangle where it took that contract, it bought it. Grab this other end and see how far down price went on this particular trade. So the price we could have bought it right there and it still could have went down on us. You know, we know that price continues to do this all day long. So it went against us, in this case, 9 ticks. So we had a 20 tick stop, so we had plenty of room for that price, so it didn't sell this contract, and it rode it up till it got to the money, and really sold it way too short. Look at this trade; we were way too short. We could have doubled our money. Let's see how much we could have made. So this trade, the risk to reward on this trade is 9 ticks. Oh, 6 ticks. Get that a little bit better. Let's say 7 ticks right here, and it could have made 155 ticks on this trade entry. So if we would have set our risk to reward at, let's say, 10 ticks and 150 ticks, we would have made that trade, and we could have lost now 15 trades, made this one, and be profitable for the day. That's the way this works, is you can measure how much opportunity there was. Now, are we going to get another run like that? I have no idea. You know, we did at 9:30. 9:30, it ran right up. Our second entry again was right here, and we could have rode that down. And let's see where we're at now. So we just took another short entry on this one. And when we start to see that, you know, there's no way that price is ever going to drop. Today's a great example. What I want to do is I want to show you how to stop the madness. What I mean by that is we know that we're not getting short trades today. Or I do. I think I do. So let me go in and find out which one this is. And I want to just make it long trades only. So this is another new feature that's coming to you this weekend, hopefully, in this update. And I have it working. We've been working with this update a while. This one's been working. I've got it on my live account. We've been working it. Been working through some bugs, but I think we've got them nailed down. The AI part is on another computer that we're working, and going to bring it over, and it's going to Rory and Charles and maybe Brock today for them to test it as well. But I've had this other version for a while up and running, And what we're going to do is we're going to stop the short trades on this one right here because we know that it's not probably going to be profitable for the most part. So this account, it's the RTY 10 range. I like to get these in order. RTY 10 range right here. So it's this one. It's up 70 bucks. Let's help it out. Edit the strategy. And again, for my live account, I'm going to do the same thing here in a minute. You know, I don't think we're going to go down very much today. I mean, it always goes down. Market goes down every day a little bit, but I only want to take long trades today, I think. So take long trades only. See the little check boxes here. So these will be coming to you this weekend. So now you can just take long trades only, and boom, no more banging my head against the wall. But you know, we can make those short trades. We saw sort of the first one come out of the gate here, where we had an opportunity. It did make a nice run short after that huge run long. So we entered here. Again, we would have needed to keep 28 ticks of separation of loss. But yeah, we could have rode that one down, rode all the way down to there. So it ran down around 80 ticks. So we could have had a short trade, you know, make us, again, this one's 2080, so it didn't quite make that, but it could make it. But I just feel like today is, you know, going up. It's been going up for the last 4 days, so I don't know if today's the day it's going down, but I don't want to bet against it going down. So we'll let that one roll there. So this one just popped in as a nice victory here. So yeah, the RTY is doing nice out of the gate. Right here's another one. This one's the Signal B. So Signal A and Signal B are doing well this morning on the RTY. These ones are kind of new. Yeah, 10 ranges. Just developed these not long ago. RTY 10 ranges. RTY, Signal B, yeah, this one. Okay, good, it's in another trade. So this one's the hottest one so far this morning. Let's go back and kind of look at how this one made out. Okay, so it took its first trade of the morning. Right there, it did a short. It lost that trade right there, but then it jumped in on this same 10 range. Wrong chart. 10 range. Huh. There we go. 10 range. So the way these charts work is RTY up here, contract, and then you pick what data series. And this data series that I worked up on this one was the 10 range. And kind of the range idea is how many ticks it goes up and down in one candle. So that's how you know the range of the candle. So 30 tick range candle goes up 30 ticks inside that candle, and then it moves on to the next candle. What you do is you kind of when you get the ranges lower, closer to zero, is the more herky-jerky the candles will be. So it'll kind of take a little bit out of it. The more range you do, the less sort of it lessens the slopes. So this one jumped in. So this one I must have coming on at 8:30. Took a short entry. It missed that one. Tried again for another short. Missed that one. Then it jumped right in on this long trade and took it for a ride right up, just like the other one did. So signal B and signal A looks like they jumped in about the same place. No, I believe signal A. So signal A is coming right off from this this indicator right here. This is our modified Laguerre trigger, and every time we come off from here on a signal A setup, we take a trade. So we must have took this trade right here on the other one. Signal B is a trending signal, so we tend to take that once we see a trend break away. That's when the B gets initiated. So B started right here, and again that was a huge move. So it rode that one up most of the way on that particular one. Again, it jumped in right here on this slope going down. It ended up selling that contract there. It took a long right here and made the target. Made that target way up there. And then it took another long entry and stopped out there. It's in a short, missed that one, and we entered another short. So it's in for another short trade. And you know, one thing that Rory taught me was to try to do cash management. So what that means is, you know, if you get $500, stop it. Like, stop it for the day. You know, put the 500 in your pocket and go home. And you know, I have these opened up. So all these strategies, I call them opened up, and what I mean by that is I've got them at a, you know, like $1,000 loss and a $2,000 win, and I'm doing that so that I can see where they're going. But if, you know, for my live account, you know, $500 win is sort of good for me, so I don't let it go to 2,000, even though that would be awesome. But you know, you want to get in the market when it's hot and when everybody's in there moving it in the one direction. So you know, when the volume's good, you want to be in, and sort of when it's not, you don't, because it'll sort of chop you up. So you know, working cash management's a nice idea. So we probably would have stopped that trade in a live account because it was already good for the day. Let's kind of, the idea here is just want to go live for a little while, show a few of the things, and then sort of take a break and come back a little bit later to do a profit report. So kind of what I'm going to do now is sort of shift gears. I'll just keep showing the screen. I'll go off the webcam, I hope. Again, this is our first day, so we'll see if this works too. But go off the webcam and then jump back on, I guess at probably noon for a profit report. So maybe like, you know, 15 minutes or so to kind of go through the strategies, how they did for the day, and then you know, what I'm maybe looking at it for the afternoon. So that's kind of the plan for today, is let it run here behind the scenes. Hopefully still pop around, do some showing of some things, but I won't be on the webcam for the entire time. I don't have that much interesting information to share, so we'll let it just kind of play here behind the scenes, and if there's something interesting, I might you know, unmute or whatever and mention it. But you know, so far so good. We'll kind of let these strategies do their thing, and I'll kind of bring up some trade performance to maybe show in a little bit also. So I'll try to get like the top, maybe the top 5. I think that's what we'll do, is probably put the top 5 into Discord, and you know, show what's doing well. I do want to show. Okay, this is really nice. Discord knows that that I'm going live, and it said streamer mode is enabled. Users have been truncated. So that's good, I guess. It's hiding the users. But anyway, um, we can show what's going on over in Discord also. I do want to make sure that we drop this link in here. Yep. Okay, good. Looks like the link's in here. AI Auto Trader. Yep. Market Insight. Okay, great. All right, good. So yeah, this will give me a chance too to go off the webcam here and maybe reach out to Brock and Rory and see if there's anything from their end that would be better to show, and we'll catch up in a little bit. All right, thank you guys. Get this to transition here. And I also have to figure out how to turn the mic off, so that'll be another challenge. Yeah, hopefully you guys get to hear like order filled and order submitted. I don't hear any of that on my end, but it usually does all day long on my computer. So I think I want to try to resolve that as well. I was just looking here. The retirement plan has been on a run lately, hasn't it? It's that thing's been making some big time cash. Let's see how to disable the mic so that I can have another meeting. Unfortunately, on this same computer, I know this will be a challenge long term. Look at all the consolidation here. This is a no trade zone. No trade zone. Hard to make any money in this little pocket right here. It'd be neat when we start to see what the institutions start doing again.
Submitted.
Looks like all they're doing is kind of trying to keep it straight.
Order submitted.
All right, so we're getting a little bit of sound now. Good. We do want to add some cool sounds later and see if we can, get this where it's interesting, and also do some trading challenges. That's going to be my favorite. So if anybody has so many trading challenge ideas, let me know. Like, we do them 1 hour, on sim, and one contract per person. How could we set it up to where we can both be trading against each other on the same screen? That's what I want to do. I want to figure out how we can trade against each other on the same screen against one of the strategies. So that'll be something I look forward to seeing any ideas from, or if you have a strategy that's working well, let us know which one it is, and if you would put it in the Discord in the bullpen strategies. I've got that one so you can enter data into it, so you can it should be right, have the right ability to where to load the settings. So that's what I'm a real big fan of too, is being able to share some information so that we can help everybody be profitable. Look at that gold nugget. Whew. So we don't have that thing start until 10:30, and I wonder, and when I work with Rory, we'll kind of talk about the gold nugget. But man, starting it a little earlier might be better. So it's on a 15 range. Had this opportunity at 9 o'clock to take this B signal. So that's the B signal. Let me show you how you can change around the signals so that you can move around the crosses. This is probably one of our best features in this software, is this cross. I've learned to call it follow the crosses to profits, because wherever they show up, the algo behind the scenes is crunching all that data, and it's pushing the mathematics to that direction. So we lean on those crosses for trades. That's our trigger. So this one here, we're going to convert it from a signal B trigger of the cross to a signal A. And whatever filters we would put in here, it would stop that cross from showing up. But I like to use what I call the bare bones, like no filters at all at first. Apply that to it, and now only where the modified Laguerre passes the 20, this little cyan blue line passes the little red shaded area down here, that's when we take the trigger for this trade. And look at this juicy one right here. So this one had a huge opportunity. We'll see how many ticks this one has of opportunity. So I always tend to just go on the safe side and say from the top of that cross, that candle at there, and then just kind of look through here which one seems to be the highest. Looks like it might have made it the highest right there, but let's not get greedy and just go to this candle here. So that had 106 ticks of profit built into it from this trigger here. So let's see what kind of risk to reward we would have needed on this particular trade. So it could have made it 106 ticks of profit. And right down here, we would have needed at least a 17 tick stop to make some money on this trade. So if we would have had, like, say, a 20 tick stop and 100 tick profit, we'd be in the money on this trade. So 2100, 5 to 1. That's an awesome risk to reward, because what we can do on these strategies now is put that first break even like somewhere halfway down, and that locks us in. It locks us into profit, even if it comes against us. So what I mean by that is on this trade right here, where we didn't get as much movement, now we can go set our break even at 40 ticks. So what that means is now, and let's make sure that the 20 tick rule would have applied. Do I have a 20 tick? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's plenty of clearance there. So a 20 tick clearance, and now my first target, my break even, set it at 40, and now that you can go to plus after the weekend, maybe to 11 ticks, that would have sealed you in 11 ticks of profit on this trade, even though you have 100 ticks profit target. We could have sealed in like 11 or whatever, $50, $100, whatever of profit on this trade, and then we could have kept that same trade management, and on this next trade we could have made the big one, could have made 100 ticks. And then let's look at the next one. So again, we'll just say we had our stop set at 20. So we would have took this short trade. Let me move this right here. So we would have took this short trade right here, and we would have lost it at 20 ticks, which would have been right there. We would have lost that trade. So we could have won one trade with like 11 ticks. We could have won another trade with 100 ticks, and now we would have lost 20 ticks. So you can almost just continue to do the math and just do it on a tick basis and sort of see where the chart would have played out. And you can basically, this is what we call building your own ATM. You can build your own ATM because now you know from this chart, you've measured the price movement, and now you know a 2100 with a break even of 40 would have been a money maker so far, big time. This would have been big time up. Would have lost one trade here. We'll see how this next trade transpires. But we'll see, because this one would be up pretty big right now if we would have started at 8:30. 8:30 was right around there. So we'd have caught that short. Signal A is kind of my favorite. Signal A is awesome until it's all chop, and then it's just it's hard to make money anywhere in chop with any signal, because the price just isn't moving out of a range. So it's hard to get anything from those. It's got a nice one here. Look at that trend line. Whew. Oh my. Everything's up. Everything's up. Okay, we got a nice trade here. Got one up at 874. Okay, great. This is an awesome, the cash cow. Woo, cash cow. Made this change over the weekend. The cash cow was struggling, and looks like hopefully we revived it a little bit. Really leveraged it in our favor this weekend. So we went from a 20 tick stop to a 15, but then modified our target to 75. So now we're sitting at I think it's a 6-to-1. Let me do the math. 75 divided by 15. 5-to-1. So this cash cow is now a 5-to-1 strategy. So we only have to win every fifth trade to make money, and it's already up $500 this morning, and it starts at 9:30. Yeah, we got a good trade going on right here on this one. This is an RTY 10 range. So it jumped in this long trade right here. Now let me add the crosses because they're not here. Let me add the crosses. Show you guys how to put the crosses on the chart if they're not there. Okay, so I just double click on another indicator. I know we have indicators here. This green triangle is an indicator, but the easiest way is probably to right mouse click. If you right mouse click on the screen and then you left click on indicators, that brings open our indicators suite. And These are the ones that are available, and again, yeah, I own the company, so we have a ton of indicators. I've got a lot of stuff here behind the scenes in these toolboxes, but you'll just have the P, the market internals P here for yours. But anyway, the indicator is down here that we wanna look at, and I should talk to Sergio. Maybe we should just call it the cross indicator instead of this big number letter sequence. But it's the RLMIPA signal indicator, and it's the cross indicator. And what you can do now is, manipulate the way the cross shows up on the chart. I just want to show signal A because that's what this is. I think I have it just about down to the bare bones. Sometimes I just put pivots and volume zones in here and just give it a small number, because if I've watched a lot of trades, anything that's about, on this RTY anyway, that's like 30 ticks away, it'll kind of blow through it. It doesn't matter as much when they're farther away. So I typically keep them around 30. So then I can just hit apply, and now I get the crosses to show up. So let me see, 10 range signal B. Okay, so this one's a signal B, not a signal A. So I did signal A, and I need to now, for this particular strategy, is a signal B strategy. So I will get the crosses set up properly for this one. There's signal B. I don't think I have any other criteria in here. Now on this one I do, because it is a trend trigger signal, I do put some space in here, because we don't want to, if a trend is going right into a pivot, that's not a good trade. So boom, we can see that that we took this trade right here, 10 range RTY, signal B. Let's go get this thing and make sure that I didn't
Order submitted.
Okay, great. Yeah, let's see what this trade's doing. Woo, come on. Getting close. See how it blew right through that pivot? So, on these that have the signal B, we just blow right through them sometimes if they're far enough away.
Order submitted.
Took the entry right there, and it's trying to run up. This is a 15 tick stop and a 90 tick target. So this one is a 6-to-1, I believe. Yeah, 90 divided by 15. Yeah, this was the 6-to-1 right here.
Order filled.
So again, you don't have to hit many trades on a 6-to-1. You got to hit the 5th one, and if you do, boom, you're making money for the day. So that's the way we're leveraging the AI auto trader, is really by our risk to reward setups. Makes it a 20% day of trades hitting their target to be profitable, which is great. That's not that hard to do. So we'll kind of see this trade play out and see if we can make a little money. So the RTY seems to be the one really doing well this morning. Let's see.
Order submitted.
Yeah, the retirement plan's been on a run lately. Let's look at its trade performance. I haven't looked at that in a while. Kind of go through. So yeah, this one was super hot too. Let's see what those are doing today. I haven't seen that one yet. Must have missed some trades. Okay, yeah. It's in a good trade right now. Let me open one of them up. My live account's in one right here. So we took this entry here. And okay, so mine already bumped up. I've already bumped up to 11 ticks, so I've got some profit in this trade already. We took a long entry that's kind of right behind this, right there. We took that long entry here, and we went up. We hit break even, so we hit 80 ticks. We then moved our stop up to 11 ticks of profit. So we're in the money, and we're hoping, you know, to go to the moon.
Order submitted.
And as you guys have been following the stock market, you know it's going there. It's headed to the moon. And so we're hopeful on this one that we can break through these two pivots and get towards the 18,100. Woo! Man, who would ever thought? So it looks like we got a little bit of momentum now moving in our direction. NQ30 range. Yep. So on this one is not on the same bar. So you can see our green cross here. We got the signal to enter here, but we don't enter on the same bar on this particular strategy. We wait one bar for entry to close. So we wait for this bar to close. That sounds funny. Wait for the bar to close, and then I go jump into this trade right here. And we jumped in the trade here. We're sitting at 270, so hopefully we can get enough movement past 50. Those numbers I've mentioned in several videos tend to be sticky. The 30 tends to be sticky. Kind of wandered around the 30, I guess, a little bit here and there. And then 50 tends to be sticky, and then 70. Those, and then obviously the even numbers like 100 or 18,000 right on the nut, right on the nuts there. So those are definitely sticky numbers. We'll see if we can get this live account. So I've always wanted to share too. Everybody says, hey, is my live account going to track the simulation? So let's kind of see. So right here is a good example. This is the same. Let me make sure I get the exact same strategies. So this one is a signal A, S46, break even 11. This is the exact same strategy. Let me make sure. So 80, 11, signal A, 46, yes. So this one is down 417. It's up 300 on this trade. Right now my live account is again down 320, just like that one. A little less. I'm about $100 less down, which is kind of surprising, but it looks like we got this trade the exact same time. It does look like we are 1 or 2 ticks possibly off. So after this trade, we can look behind the scenes here and kind of, I'll say reverse engineer this trade of when this one got the trade. In fact, I can do them both right here. We'll just do them both. I'll get this chart set up here. So we'll take a look at a live trade and a simulated trade and kind of see the difference of ticks if maybe my live account got in, ahead of the sim or after the sim. So my live account entered right here on 18035.25, and let's go open this one. Is the NQ30 range. Signal A, S46T180, and gotta open the NQ30 range. Okay, awesome. So boom, same chart, same NQ30 range, NQ30 range. Live account here, my live account. This is a simulated account. The simulated account got the trade right over here, and maybe a little bit hard to see. It got the trade right over here at 18,035 I caught this trade 18035.25, so I'm one tick behind Sim. One tick behind Sim. Sim got in at 18035.00. My live account got in at 0.25. So they got a one tick advantage. But what I've noticed from doing this for quite a while now is that sometimes my live account will get a one or two tick advantage. So it doesn't seem to be on one side or the other. It's just sometimes they're the same, and sometimes they're one or two or three or four ticks difference. And trying to understand why, I don't know everything, but I've been told that that these are all contracts that are for sale, and if someone's selling 10 and there's only 9, then it has to go to the next price. So the broker has to sort of make a deal and say, yes, you can get those for that, and then this for this, and that's how the prices change or end up being what they are. So as far as we know, there's nothing to it, and that's kind of just the way trading works with futures contracts. So again, a live account and a simulated account here, and they're both neck and neck, one tick difference right now. So again, this is our hottest strategy that we've had for a while, for the last month. Right now, this is the NQ30 range signal A. So pops right out at after we hit the LIQUIDITY. The LIQUIDITY pops out right here on this candle, and we jump in the next candle after. So it showed the LIQUIDITY pop right here, and I've got a lot of different indicators on my charts, but right here this arrow is the cross on this chart. So hope we can break these pivots here. They'll probably give a lot of resistance. I don't think the bulls are in no hurry to move the market, but who knows? Maybe we'll see them take these pivots out and hit 18,100 today. That'd be a nice day. So it looks like neck and neck, one tick off. That's always cool to see, and kind of how that works. But again, this one popped up to 11 tick profit also. These are the exact same strategies running, which is really a huge benefit of the auto trader, is that you can have all these strategies running behind the scenes. And right now I've got 3 of these going on my live account. So it's like I used to try to manually trade a lot, and you just can't keep up with the intensity that these machines can. And if you start to program them in your favor, it can really pay off here, as we'll hopefully see today that we've got 5 or 6 strategies in the money already, and been running a lot of them just since 9:30. Again, it's not all victories, but again, a lot of these are 4-to-1, 3-to-1, 5-to-1, and you don't need everyone to be a victory. So it looks like we made it through that pivot. We'll see if we can. That's going to be a while. 1880. That might be 10 minutes or whatever before we see price in that direction. So some of these can be a little bit drawn out. But you're talking $1,000. That doesn't come easy. You have to sweat it out a little bit. And I could be positive for the day now if I just close the trade or move the targets. So I'm doing development here on this computer as well, so there is chances that I get errors and those kind of things, which are normal with any computer actually. But so I'll be moving around some stops and targets to, in this case, I'm protecting a lot of capital here. If she was to back up against me now, I'd be bummed out a little bit if I only made $100 instead of $2. in this case. So I bumped it up probably to a $200 trade I'm making on this trade right here. Hoping to clear this other pivot and really punch through that and make a nice gold nugget for the day. So over here is again that simulated account.
Order filled.
Running this one up. Hope we can knock the door of that target up there. Oh. I got another one back here. Let me kill this one. No. So yeah, these NinjaTrader is super flexible. That's the good news about it. It's super flexible to where you can really, do some nice things with your charts and move it around quite a bit. So let me ask you out there, how are your strategies doing? Did everybody get their settings updated for the weekend? Carlos, were you able to get your settings updated? Okay, cool. Thanks, Carlos. Awesome. I know that's probably been a moving target trying to keep up with us every Friday, and I apologize for that. That's what made me want to really go to YouTube Live, is so that, I'm always trying stuff behind the scenes, and I don't want to, uncover something that's awesome and then wait till Friday, or, it takes a minute. So I think this platform here, I'm hopeful that we can, share what's working as quick as possible and get it in your hands so that you can, be collecting the cash too. So right now we're hopeful we can get this trade right here. So I'm in another good one here on this 2 minute. Look at this one. Woo-wee, come on. All right, so we got another trade here. This is another live account of mine. Another trade. This one's on the NQ 2 minute. So the NQ 2 minute, this is the retirement plan, a version of it. So, okay, when two trades are in on the NQ at the same time, it makes it very tricky to see. Okay, that's M and Q. No. I did this on purpose. Okay, I'm trading the M and Q and the NQ right now on my live account. And I did that for that same reason, is because when you do have two strategies working on the same account, it makes it tricky to see which one's doing what. So I have the 2 minute on the M and Q, and I'm running 5 contracts. So I'm trading 5 contracts on this particular strategy. 4 contracts right here. So let's go ahead and just preserve some capital here. We want to give it some room to go get to those pivots and back up, but we don't want to give back all that money. So yeah, we're running $300 in my live account in this one. This is a NinjaTrader brokerage account that I have, and I got a couple. I got 3. I have the 3 top strategies running on that account. So this one's number 2, the 2 minute NQ. So the retirement plan. That's what this one is. And then the Haymaker is the other one. This one's a version of the Haymaker. And then the other one that's doing really well is the ES 30 minute. Now, this one you'll get bored. This one makes me bored. It's a boring strategy, the ES 5 minute. It doesn't take many trades. That's why I call it boring. It takes 1 or 2 or 3 a day. So it's not that fun for me to trade, but it's profitable, so it's a good one to trade. But again, it hasn't traded yet today so far. Again, 5 minutes, so it's got to have a trend for 5 minutes before it'll you know, pull your candle in with the cross, and it's super slow. So, but anyway, I've got that one running on my live account also. So cool. We're live account somewhere in the $800 range right now. But I was down on that one right there. I was down. Here's the best way I can see to do this one. So on this one I was down 320. I'm up now, whatever, 500, 480. This one I was down 68, and it's up now 270. So we're up about 200 here on this one, and on this one 200. So about a $400 day so far in the live account. And again, you got to take some hits. You know, it's not all wins. I always want to, you know, when I sell this software, I don't want to misrepresent that we don't, go in the negative, because that's part of trading. And I was down, 320, and I still can lose this trade. I preserved it up to here, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't hit that. And, it's probably going to be around $300, wherever this stops out at. But, that's just trading. The good news behind the AutoTrader is I don't have to I can go eat, breakfast back here, and it's it's making money, doing its thing, and I don't have to babysit it, So this is why I love the AutoTrader, and this is the future of trading, in my opinion. Is I've been white knuckled for a long time, and the stress in my neck and shoulders from manually trading is intense. So when I put these strategies together and start seeing them make thousands of dollars, and I know it's no BS, I'm like, okay, this is it. This is what we're doing. This is which way we're going, and we're going to share as much as we can, and they will come, and they will love it. So that's where we're at on our journey right now, and sitting in a couple of nice trades here, and we'll see if they can make us some money. And again, I'm gonna go grab a coffee and something to eat here as the robot goes ahead and does its thing here behind the scenes. So if anybody would like any help with anything, any of your charts or any of the stuff you need help with, just let us know in the chat, and I'll see if Charles can jump on your machine or whatever, or send you a calendar link to get you all set up. So let's watch this one. This one got a lot closer than I thought, faster than I thought. So hope we can really move this thing up into target range. Look at that. You know what? I shouldn't get greedy here and just take my $900 trade. Come on, baby. When I get it like this, I start going this way with it. Why not? Instead of a $900 trade, let's make it a $1,000 trade if we can. Because I've got my stop here now pinned to where if it takes me out, I'm happy. I got, $700 or whatever it'll end up being. But if this is going to go to the moon, we might as well put on our moon suit and go with it. Again, one contract on the NQ30 range. Hottest strategy for the month, and this is why. It jumps in them early, catches them early on momentum, and we're doing quite a few things behind the scenes behind this one indicator, but on momentum we catch it, and as long as we have a big enough stop, we can really start to capitalize. Cool. So it would have hit my $900 trigger right there, which was 180 ticks. But again, we're just going to move along with this trade here and see if we can get it to plow up. And I can't imagine it hitting 19,100, but you never know. You never know. I never thought it would hit 18,000. So we're gonna go ahead and be thankful today that the market is moving. Great day to debut the AI AutoTrader. Awesome. Go back on this right here, jump back in the live action, and we'll show the trade performance if it takes me out here. Kind of look behind the scenes of this this trade and how it all went down. So again, 70 is a number that I would typically target. So I would typically go just, you know, go a little below it with my stop, because this price more than likely, you know, from when I've been watching quite a bit, we'll try to test 70 again. And then, you know, what we typically see is a bounce off 70. Might go to 68, you know, but 70 has a real pull to it. So that's where I would put the stop for now. And if she keeps climbing, we'll just keep climbing with it, and I'll move it up again. Let's go, $1,000 trade. Come on. The haymaker in action. Get out of this trade hopefully here soon, and try to show some of the performance. Maybe compare it to the sim trade or something like that. Just kind of see, you know, there's nothing like live action. You know, trying to do a video and sharing it, or putting a, you know, screenshot. It doesn't really do it justice, because it's hard to explain, you know, what the trade was doing, or why, you know, how did I get this entry here of, you know, 1835.25, you know, one tick off from what maybe you got, or whatever. There's always a, you know, a lot of that. Like, how come my machine, I'm up, you know, 900 and you're, you know, showing 1700? These one or two ticks really make a difference, especially on a strategy that you don't touch, and those targets, you know, get hit and don't get hit. It can really change the output. But you know, for the most part, I always say directionally. Like, directionally, if we're saying you know, that the strategy made this much money, that's directionally what it made. Was it the exact number that your guys has made? Probably not. Mine are never the same as when I compare them to Sergio, Rory, or Charles. None of them, you know, they're never identical. Sometimes the ES, some of the slower moving markets are, but for the most part, they're not. So we'll probably get out of this trade here, it looks like, maybe. If we can get out here, we'll probably end up with maybe like 800. So can't remember, we were down like around 3, I think. So this trade will put us hopefully in this one probably around 5.
Order submitted.
In this particular strategy. And let's kind of peek behind the curtain. Okay, yeah, this one closed. So yeah, I guess my live account right now is up $45 from starting. I think I started it at 9:30. Again, so if it's showing 45, I believe it'll show this whole nugget that it gets here, I think. Sometimes what you'll see here doesn't match what's down here, and the way to explain that is up here it doesn't show the commission. So the $4.12 per trade, per trip. So it's really $8 and whatever, 25 cents or whatever for a full trade, for to buy the contract and to sell the contract on the you know, NQ or ES, the minis, I guess they're called. These are called minis, and these are called micros. So M and Q is a micro. NQ is they call it E-mini, I guess, or the S&P is called the E-mini. But anyway, so you know, here we're trading the big one, and down here we're trading the smaller one. And I can't remember, but I had 4 contracts, I believe, here on this particular strategy. So it's kind of cuts it almost in half. 5 contracts would cut it in half exactly. So we'll kind of see how this one's doing. Okay, so that one's up 326. This one's down 320. Okay, good. So yeah, we now closed out for the day so far. My live account. You add these two together. Yeah, it's $840. But again, commissions are out of it. So it's really these two numbers added together. Inside the strategies, I have them set up with commission. So the commissions are coming out. So that's really what my live account, when I go and look at Ninja Trader brokerage, that's how much money I'll show in the account for today, which would be, 469, whatever, plus 326, so 800-ish. So I lose about $40 so far with all the trades that I've done with commission. So that's kind of how the strategies work and commission, how that part of it works. Okay, great. So kind of looking at the leaderboard here, looks like I've got a YM. So the Dow, I think this is the Dow Jones. Yeah, YM. I've got a strategy here now. The drone is up $981. Awesome. So this one's freshly developed. I will add this one to the. This is not a good trade, I don't think. I don't like this one. This is a short trade coming off from that huge move. I don't think we're gonna get much. I'm just gonna try to get out of this trade with just a little bit of money because I don't see this thing going down anywhere in any good direction. So I'm just going to try to pinch this thing down and just try to get a little bit of money on this one. Early in the morning, I should have just took long trades. I don't want to stop it now, but maybe you might. And what I would do typically is stop it by going to the enable button here and taking that away, and then I would change it to just long trades for the day. And I've done it to one earlier this morning. I'll just do it again to another one. What happens if I uncheck that right now? I lose my realized value, and it won't come back. So I just for visual purposes, I don't want to lose it on some that are doing well. But I'll just go down here to one that's not trading yet. Okay, yeah, this one's a great one. This is my live account, the ES 5-minute. The way I'll go in here, I'll just edit strategy, and I only want to take long trades today. I don't want to mess with short trades and get chopped up. So right here on the new release this weekend, oh, you can't do it on yours, that's why. You don't have this yet. This is a new development enhancement that we put in place to just now take long trades. Or you can take just short trades, or both. But I feel like today, personally, that it's a long day trade. It's not. I don't feel like I've got much opportunity going down at all. In fact, it did move down a good bit there, though. Look at that. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a little bit of capital on this one, even though I don't feel like it's going down today. So boom, we just went ahead and closed off this trade. What I mean by that is I got no risk. No risk on this trade whatsoever now. I just moved the stop to break even. So this is all upside. I don't mind it. I mean, I don't want to get stopped out, but I won't lose any money on it. But I can now, be hopeful that we'll get some pullback. Again, we're right around that 70 I mentioned earlier. I thought we would test 70 and be done with it, and sure enough, we got down here to, looks like it dropped down to 63 though. That's a little bit lower than normal, but again, those tails go down and buy a lot of contracts on their way up. But sure enough, she's gonna probably lock right up here at 70, and then probably the bulls will jump back in and say it's time to make some trades again. So let's take a quick peek now in trade performance and kind of look at that live trade and see what it looks like compared to sim trade that went on the exact same strategy, same computer, same strategy. I mean, like everything's exactly the same except the account are the only things that are different. And again, one was on my NinjaTrader live brokerage account, and the other one was in sim. So let me get this trade performance set up over here, and I'll bring it over in a second. So this is the trade performance for today for my live account. Go to trades. So here in the trades, it's a little bit hard to kind of see what goes on when you have several strategies working with one account, with one account. So there's a couple of ways that we can do this, and I intentionally, sort of set this up on purpose today with the M and Q and then the NQ different, so that now I should be able to just show you the NQ trades and really, down to the itty bitty gritty details of what's happened with this particular strategy so far today. So the first trade it made $50. It was one that went up, I think, at least 80 ticks, came back to 11 and sold, so it made $50. There's the commission, $4.18. 11 ticks would be $55, minus the $4.18, so you settle at $50.82 in your account. The next trade we lost, so we were down 183. The next trade we made $45.82, so we made we made the break even, plus the $50. In this case, we got robbed of a tick, slippage they call it. So we tried to sell at 11 ticks, and they gave us 10. So we sort of lost $5 on that slippage. The next one we made the first target. This one we lost, and this one we made our full profit target. So now we're up 470. And then this one I closed short. I kind of pinched the targets up because I didn't feel like we were had much opportunity short. So this account's now sitting at 510. And so let me this is for this the NQ. Let me now go to the strategy that's running the M and Q. This one's running the M and Q.
Order filled.
So this one
Order filled.
had a okay, this one's my manual. I did a manual trade just to see how everything was working this morning. So that was my manual trade, and then here's the AutoTrader trades. Kind of see right here, this one's a long entry. This one we didn't make it. This one we didn't make it. This one we got a little. This one's where we hit the big target. So this strategy's up $241 for the day for my live account, and then kind of the way to show them all together and really what I'm sitting at as a total is 751 in my account right now from these two strategies.
Order submitted.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I wanted to show one thing there too. I wanted to show the simulated account compared to the live account. So now we'll have a difference, unfortunately. Once I go monkeying with my stops and targets, the sim account over here stayed in that trade. So it stayed in the short entry. And remember, I closed mine. I brought my, my profit target up so it hit it. This one's still in this trade. This one may lose this one. So a little bit of manual intervention is not bad, but just know that I won't touch this one. Like, I don't mess with any of these that are in sim. I don't mess with. They're not in my live account. I just let them run from the time they say to start to the time they say to end. And that's the data that we show. Just know that we always do that. That's the integrity you can count on. Is that anything that I'm running in sim that I show as, you know, results or whatever, there was no changing of stops or targets. So, you know, today this one, you know, it made this target up here, but it might lose this one. So we're gonna have different values. Is really all I'm saying. I won't be able at the end of the day compare this sim strategy to my live account that I'm using with that same strategy, because on my live account you just saw me move stops and targets, so the numbers are, you know, going to be different. I just let them take the entries though. I mean, these entries are unbelievable, and I don't have to sit here and, you know, try to look at a chart and figure out when to do it. It does it for me, and it grabs those good entries. So let's look at that last trade though. I do want to see that. Trade performance. I want to compare the simulated trade to my live account trade, which, you know, which is a great question. A lot of people ask us that question, so I want to really try to show it today. And this was a real benefit of coming on live, was being able to show these kind of things where you're able to see that trade happen, and then we can now look at this. Compare it to a sim, because I've heard that before. Does sim trade like your live account? You know, the answer is yes. Is it exact? No. It's off a few ticks here and there, and there's no rhyme or reason. There's no rhyme or reason why one's off over the other than they're just contracts for sale on the live market. So here's the NQ, and that one trade that we wanted to look at was right here. This was the good one. This one entered at 10:26. Wow, look at the patience we need to be good traders. It started at 10:26 and it ended at 11. So 34-minute trade. It traveled 20 bars. 20 bars is what that trade transferred. So let me let you guys in on something. So the AI that we've got developed up here is grabbing these MAE and MFE from the drone. So on our drone, we would sense these numbers, and then we use this data in the learning model for it to then try to give us the best output for the next stops and targets. And that's really how this one was developed right here. The model brought back on my drone. We have a drone flying at stops of 50 and the target at 200. And that's where we put that data into that model, and it popped out this 46,180, breaking even at 80 and then up 11. So, so this is this one. Let's look at this one trade in particular, this one that we made the money on, and kind of compare it to the sim trade. So we can see here that we entered this trade at the price of 18,035.25, and we sold, and again, we sold because I moved it. We sold it at a different price than they did, I'm sure. But what I want to show is that they entered at the same price. And I think we saw it earlier on the chart. We're one tick off, but I just want to show that it shows back here as well. So now the one that I'm talking about right here is this one. I'll undo this one, and the one that it made the profit on is this one. So its entry price was 18,035.00. So it beat me by a tick. The sim account beat me by one tick on this particular trade. And again, it's a $900 trade, so it went right up to the 180 ticks, and it went out. It didn't move its target like I did. But you can see that it entered exact same time with almost the identical same entry price. So let's kind of see what's happening now. Which ones are doing the best? This YM drone is leading the way. Brand new strategy. First day running it. Hope I stumbled on a good one. First day running it. It's up 981. Let's look at the chart. Let's look at this Dow Jones chart. So the YM, I haven't traded a lot. Futures, YM. Oh yeah, look at that beauty. Oops, why did I keep doing that? So I gotta change it to YM 30 range, what is it? YM 10 range. Now I gotta go find out which one's doing good. Sorry. The drone. The drone. Okay, the drone.
Order submitted.
YM drone right here. Drone's up 1,000. It's a 10 range. So I gotta go get my chart set up. Whew, jeez. Look at that moneymaker move. Wow. YM10 range should show the trade here on the chart somewhere. YM10 range, where's the trade? Where's the trade? Huh. So I must have the wrong instrument. I don't know. Let's see. I do. It's in the NQ. Look, I have that on the wrong instrument when I set up that this morning. Oh my goodness. I'll have to let this one ride and see if it does good. That's interesting. It's running a 10 range NQ. It's running an NQ 10 range, so that could be interesting. Let's go look at that. So it's an NQ 10 range. Let's go look at the trade that it jumped in earlier. So I think it tapped out. No?
Order filled.
Yes, it did. It closed at profit target. Okay, the NQ 10 range caught this entry right here, just like we did on the other ones on the 30 range. We were at 18,035 though. 18,035. We entered down here. 18,035. So we entered down here somewhere. It looks like it was kind of in and out all over the place. But it hit this good one right here. It hit this long right here. And it ran all the way up to this one. Knocked out that big target. So it's still in. No, yes. So it was in, hit a short, hit that loss there, hit a long here. Another target, another first target, another winner. And then it jumped in along here and it closed out at profit loss. It made its $1,000 and it's done for the day. So that's awesome.
Order submitted.
We have to keep our eye on that one. That one's a little mistake on my part. I meant to set that up on the YM instrument and I accidentally set it up on the NQ and could have stumbled on something really good here. I've got that risk to reward heavily weighted in our favor. This one's I think I got it at 15 to a 90, I believe. So after the live stream today, I'll take a look at this one and see what it looks like.
Order submitted.
Okay, live account jumped in on long. All right, great. So we had this, we had the Laguerre pop out of the box, I think is what David Wise calls it. Popped out of the box here on this candle. Again, we waited to close that candle and take the trade on the next candle. So in this case, it put us in a nice position for the trade because price pulled back. If we would have, we do have a setting that you can set up where you enter on the same bar. And if you would have entered the same bar, you know, probably would have took the trade somewhere up here. And so we would have probably been in the red a little bit right away. So it's kind of nice to have this one as a not enter on the same bar in this particular case. So we'll kind of see this trade. I don't see a lot of movement now, so not super optimistic, but that was enough momentum to pull it out of the zone here. again, this is the real benefit of the auto trader is, you know, does this look like where I would take a trade? Probably not. It looks like chop, you know, but it's got sensors back here that are telling you, no, 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 price is moving, and momentum has shifted, and now we're in a little bit of a bullish direction. But you know, things change quick on the market and can take a nosedive on us. That's why we have all of our stops and targets in there, though. So let's kind of see what this one's going to do. I was really hopeful for movement today, and we got it. So that's awesome. Got some good money here. Got this one rolling again. Hopefully by noon profit report we can show kind of what this trade did in a few other ones. So I'm gonna go off camera here and go grab a couple of things here behind the scenes and let her play. Okay, awesome. Looks like we've already bumped our stop up, automatically jumped up to 11 ticks already, so we're in a good shape. We're going to make a little money on this trade already. What is it, $50, I believe? Yeah, 11 ticks. I make $50.82. As long as we don't get any slippage. I think we saw earlier we made 45 bucks instead of 50, but still locking a little bit of money on this trade. Once it hits about 400, I'll probably move it to I don't know, probably this resistance line here, I would guess. Move it up a little bit. I don't want to give all this back, but yeah, it's trading. Let it go and kind of see what she does here, and maybe we can maybe we can hit 18,100 today. Wow, it's on fire. Great time to be traders. Great time to be traders. Anybody making any money out there? Is anybody listening? Carlos, are you making any money? Can you tell me what your strategies are doing today? Anything doing good for you? How about Ron, Nikki, HJ? right, Carlos, awesome. Yes, all good, Rory, thank you. Ron making some money, awesome. Today's a great day to be a trader, ain't it? Woo-wee, let's go.
Order submitted.
Ron, did you get your strategies all updated over the weekend? See the haymaker. Darn it. Man. Can't catch a break with the haymaker. It's the same strategy, just the times are different. I just hate that I don't have enough, don't get them in at the right time. All right, Rory made 900 in the cash cow. Woo, way to go, Rory Powers. Carlos is just testing it today. All right, Carlos, this is the real deal if you haven't noticed. She can be a moneymaker as long as you work with it, you know, work with the system. It's a really powerful system. Okay, so this one's no good. What happened here? This one went against me. I don't know I could short trade today. Why did it? So on the 2 minute, it jumped in on this short trade. I'm not a fan of that, as I showed earlier. So I don't want to give back any money on a short trade today. I'm just gonna go ahead and tap out. I don't like short trades today, and if I would have been smarter and not flustered this morning, I would have probably set these all as long trades only. But I kind of showed you what I didn't want to do is I don't want to disable these right now, because if I disable them, then you won't be able to see what they are. So we'll just let this thing, get out of that trade. Normally, I kind of showed this a little bit earlier, but you can right click. Edit the strategy, and again, if it wasn't live streaming, I'd be doing this on my live account. I would take this short trade away. Don't even let it take a short trade today. Are you crazy? You know, what's the chances you're going to win a short trade today? Probably low. So I would definitely drop that for the day. So I would have never got into that trade on this one, but that's okay. We got out of that trade before it got too messy on us. Let's see.
Order submitted.
So we're doing good here. Let's continue to watch this guy. Wow, going to the moon. Gonna hit 18.1 right here. Let's go. Woo-wee. Man, let's go ahead and make a little more money. There we go. We locked in another 100. Wow, what a day to be trading again. AutoTrader is just something else. It just takes the pressure off. All right, 420, one of my favorite numbers in the whole wide world. Let's go. So what I want to do is like get music or something in the background, because you know dead air is kind of boring. So if anybody's listening and you guys have any suggestions of how to get music or something interesting behind the scenes here, I'm all in on ideas. I've thought about even projecting like Bloomberg or something like that on the screen as well. So all those ideas are good ideas too. And if you guys like any of those ideas or have something else that would be interesting, let me know, because it gets kind of a little bit boring just watching it. But knowing I'm making $500, I'm pretty happy right now. Other than that, it's boring. So yeah, looking for ideas. If anybody has anything that's interesting that they've seen in other live streams, or anything you can think of that would be value added, I like to do that. Let's go lock in 90. Woo! There it is. Hit 18.1. How about that? Jeez, Pete's. Man, I should up my contracts. That would really blow my mind.
Order submitted.
Man, look at that thing move. Again, the AutoTrader's calling. I wouldn't have been able to tell. I mean, where would I got faked out 3 times before I would have pulled that one. Let's hope we can go ahead and keep moving. Things are good out in the community today. See if we can make some money. Yeah, they're all moving now. We really got a movement going, making a lot of money in a lot of these strategies. They can hit this target up here. Whew. Man, look at that. Can't lose today. Just go up. Wow. Hard not to get greedy when you see something like this. Thanks, Rory. Appreciate that. All right, let's go. Beautiful day. No Monday morning blues here. Probably going to test 100 again, I would think, if it does anything like normal markets. Go ahead and pinch it down. Wow. She's on the move. All right, hitting 800. Let's go. Woo. Go ahead and save some capital here. If we get out of this trade at that stop, we'll be happy campers. So sitting at, like I said, it could come back to maybe even, so that's 10 ticks, 10 times 5. No, I mean that's 10 points. 10 times 4 is 40. Okay, so that's a good trade right here.
Order submitted.
All right, so if we get out of this trade, we'll probably be maybe $600. I have a feeling it'll test 18,100 again. Usually it kind of goes up to 15 or so and comes back to 100, but never know. We'll just go keep moving this away and letting her slide, hoping momentum continues. But it looks like it's starting to wane and probably go back to test 100, but we've capitalized and locked in the 105 right here. Quite a move from 73. Okay, let's do another comparison just while we got a chance. Sim account, live account. Live account hit this trade right here at 18,073.25. Let's go take a look at the sim account that's a replica of it. It's this one right here. Let's see. Let's do them side by side again. Monster trades. Woo-wee. Darn it. Oh, I'll just do them right here. So we'll just compare these side by side, the live trade entry to the sim trade entry. A lot of people have asked us over, the year or so that we've been running the AutoTrader, will I get this, same entries, same results, that you're showing in sim? We hear that a lot. So we want to just try to be as transparent as possible and show our live account and compare it to sim and just kind of try to understand if the differences are there. It looks like this one's about to hit that target. Boom, got it. Get my $900. Woo, look at that bad boy. Come on. All right. No sense in stopping it early, right? If she's going to run, let her run. I know the auto strategy, if I'm going back and making breakfast, that's fine if it takes it out, But if I'm sitting here, I might as well try to get $1,000 instead of 900 if I can. And if not, I might not get 900, I might get 800 because I gave it a little room to run back. Okay, so let's go see the entry here. So this one got in at, let me bring this one over. Live account on this one got in at 18,073.25. Sim account got in at 18,073.25. So exactly same entries. On this particular trade, they entered at the exact same time, same tick. So a lot of times they do. They enter on the exact same tick, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's one or two ticks off. In this case, it was dead on. And that's what I see quite a bit too. When people ask me, is it the same? It's similar, if not identical. In this case, it's identical. So far, this strategy out of the box today, it's at 1165. That's no movements of stops, targets, nothing. Right out of the gate, this one's up 1165, and I showed you it's up. I can't remember if it's 12 grand in the last 4 weeks, something like that. So it's significantly higher over the last 12 weeks. So this thing is on a serious tear. So boom, live account, I'm at 1437. So I gave back a little bit of my money there over what the auto strategy did, but again, it's one of those things that sometimes it works out in your favor and sometimes it doesn't. In that case, I was trying to go into the 1,000 range, and the auto one stopped at 900, which was perfect. So boom, there we go. So I'm going to take just a little breather here and let the strategies do their thing. Let the robots work. I've thought about getting a little sign that says robots working and leave it in the background when I go away for a second, because that's what they are doing. Robots at work. And the coolest thing is we have this all these settings behind the scenes. So if you're a trader, and I wasn't a long-time futures trader, that's for sure. I didn't start trading futures until I bought the company a year ago. a little over a year ago now, and I used to just trade stocks, and I would always trade, whichever ones are going up the most every day, and got caught short quite a bit. What I mean by that is you buy them when they're up, 120%, and then they go down to 40% on you quick, especially the biomedical stocks that I'd always deal with. So I wasn't trading the futures for very long. Now I'm probably a year into it, but it has a lot of movement, a lot of liquidity, which is great because it doesn't sort of leave you hanging like those high flyers were that I was trading for years. So this lends itself to that, and what it does is if you were a trader and are a trader, you can go behind the scenes in these settings and set up your perfect trade setup. Get the cross to show up exactly where you like. And then you can just program your machine, your robot, to just take those trades. Like right here, it's only going to take the trades, in this case where I have the crosses set up. But you can, manipulate these crosses by going into here and now going down into these settings. And I want to set it for a trigger of a signal A instead of a signal B. And look at my trades are now a lot different. So I took this one up right here. This was the winner that we just watched. Entered here, right on the next candle after the cross, because it's not set up for a enter on the same bar. It's enter on the next bar. So after the cross, it hit the trigger. Boom, rode that up. $900 winner right there on that one. It thought it was going short here, and it lost. It lost right back here. Again, when we get better at this and we get more market intelligence, we can only put long trades for the day. Like today is a great long trade day. I don't think there's much money to be made in short trades today. I could be wrong, but I just don't feel like that. And, market sentiment over the last few days is nothing but up. So, if I was more strategic, I would probably go into my strategies and just change them to all long trades. But you guys don't have that feature yet. It'll be out this weekend, and you'll be able to do that as well. So let me kind of just pop this back up here and look at all the strategies that are doing well. We'll come back at noon to do the profit report. So these are the ones that are doing well so far this morning, and I just entered a short trade, and I just don't like that on my live account today. So I'm going to do this again. I would have changed them all the long trades if I wasn't projecting, but I just want to take this hit if I'm going to lose. I just want to get out of here.
Order submitted.
I don't think anybody thinks we're getting much short action today, so I might lose my little bit of money here on this one. Future will be able to stop that. I could have stopped it by disabling it, but I don't want to lose the. When you hit this checkbox here, you realize value goes to 0 when you restart it. So I don't like to do that once I start trading for the day. I like to try to keep these all enabled so it's easy to see which ones are doing well. So with the newer software, you'll have the chance before you get started trading, or even during the trading day, to switch it to all longs or all shorts. Hey Edvin, thanks for showing up. Appreciate you joining the AutoTrader today. Yeah, the cash cow really did well earlier. And it tapped out. So this one we modified our profit target to 500 because it was getting crushed. So it closed right here. It closed at the profit and loss target of $500. It made 500 and shut down for the day. That's a real good feature that, again, Rory was teaching me early on. He said, man, we gotta set these limits so it keeps the strategies positive. Is set them to like a $500 day, and then they shut down so that they get the best when the movement's the most, and then we shut them down for the day, and we go in and we fight the battle again tomorrow when everybody's in. So that's what this one did. It took a few trades earlier in the morning. It made this one long target right here. It's entered here, ran it up here. The next trade it lost. Took a short here. It broke even. So on some of these, when I call them losing, they really break even. We went down. We hit our first break even. We actually broke even. And then this one we lost, and then this one we made another victory, and it closed out as a profit of 500 for the day. So some of them we have a profit of like 500, some we have at 1,000. A few of them we still have at 1,500. For example, this one right here, I'll allow to go to $2,000 of profit today, or go to a loss of 1,000. So that's the kind of the parameters of the profit and loss window of this particular strategy right here. That's the hottest one, is that I'm willing to risk $1,000 today on this. But I've known over the last month, as long as I'm willing to risk 1,000 and allow the profit target to be at 2,000, right now it's at $12,000 over the last month with that setting. So I have to be able to bear that $1,000 loss today and not get upset over it. It's hard, as hard as that is. That's the goal, is to take the $1,000 loss and not get, twisted. But that's the challenge with trading, and knowing that it's a long-term endeavor.
Order filled.
So yeah, we did. We hit the 100 again, 18,100. My feelings are typically it goes down to 90 or so, but we're heading back up north. So we'll kind of watch this thing play out, and I'll come back in like 10 minutes, and we'll do the profit report wrap up for the day, and call the first day of live streaming the AutoTrader in the books.
Order filled.
See if my live account will jump in again. Looks like my live account did jump in again here on this. It tried going short earlier and I stopped it, but she jumped in again, and it's in the money again. So it's already moved its stop to 11 ticks. So in this case, it's not quite $50 because it's 4 contracts on the M&Q, but it's probably $40, I believe is what it is, where it's popped the stop to. So hey, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we can just go ahead and try to take a little money off this one if we can get back down there. If I was a betting man, we were going long today, though. So these are all in the money today. A lot of them doing good today. Client strategies that we have that are doing well look like the cash cow. So all these will be in the strategy settings. Moving to the model where we put them all out there, and then show which ones are, show them all, but show which ones are doing good, and then those are the ones to jump on. Those are the ones to, to trade. If we're all trying to make money together, let's show what's making money and jump on it and trade it. So that's what we're doing now is try to get these out here of which ones are doing good at the moment, and those are the ones to be jumping into. So that's the goal. Kind of roll through here. Cash register hasn't had a trade yet today. The gold nuggets down $10. Black gold hasn't had a trade yet. Actually, I haven't had a trade on my black gold in a little while. I think I might have to do something. Not sure what's might have to rebuild that one. The retirement plan missed a trade. It's in another one. So let's take a look at this one. It's in a short. Ugh. Not good. Retirement plan is in a short right now. So it took this trade right here, and it's at break even. So if we don't make this trade, we still break even on this particular one. We'll kind of see how this one goes. I have a feeling we're going to be at the 18.1 range for some time. So Signal A drone is doing well. So yeah, why don't I transition back to the webcam and we'll kind of finish up for the day. Oh wow, my live account just entered a trade. Okay, so we just jumped in here. We've got the Signal A just popped. It popped in on this candle right here, and we're off to the races again. We'll kind of see how this one goes, but I'm not too optimistic at this point. This is the market already is pushed up 100 points, about 150. Let's take a look. So February 12th. I need to stop for a second and do something. Yeah, I wanted to just show a couple of do a little profit report out real quick and kind of show a little bit about the behind the scenes here of the strategies. So this is the best one that we have. I don't know if you're watching the screen. I apologize. I was talking, but I saw the mic was muted. This is our best strategy we have over the last month, and I was saying on a profit report, I think this might be the best thing to do to show as we sort of segue out of this. So right here, this one is the best one, and you can kind of see its values. Each day, this is the net profit that it makes per day. So it's had a couple of losing days here in a row, so you'd had to swallow that. If you would have started running it on today, you'd be like 700 down, 1,000 down, 500 down. I don't think so. But just know this is a long-term play. Long-term play, it's sitting at 13,198 bucks. So it's what's running behind the scenes on my live account as well. So it's accumulated quite a bit of profit over the last month. The second best one, I think, is the Signal A S5200, I think, is maybe the next best. Two-minute. This one's doing well. This one over the last month. Now this one we've had running a little longer. Oh wow, this thing's up. Oh, on the 9th it made $2,000. It's not running today. I got to get this one running. This one made 8,000 up until the 9th. So this one's pretty hot. I have this one running on my M&Q. This one's running the M&Q back here on my live account. So I think this is our second place strategy over the last month. And then I think our third one is somewhere right in here. This one's close. This one I think is at $3 or $4,000. Okay, this one's at almost 5. So those are somewhat of the top 3 that we have long-term, you know, last month or so data on. And then I think for today, order submitted. So yeah, that's what that's a little bit of the profit report. Let's kind of take a look at this trade right here. My live account, see what's happening. Looks like we might have got chopped up out of that one right there. Hit a long entry, didn't go anywhere, fizzled out, started pulling back. We went ahead and took another trade automatically, so we're in another trade. Again, I don't like short trades today, so we'll just try to make a little bit of money and get out of this trade and close down the live stream. Get out of this thing quick. See if we can get a little bit of a break here. I don't know if it just cuts off at 12 or if I probably have to stop the live stream. So we'll just we'll see if this thing can give me my target or hit the stop, and then we'll see how much my account's at today. Okay, so sitting at $939 for the day. So we're going to shut her down. Take my my live accounts here. We're in another trade here on this one. So my other strategy, this one's running the M&Q, and this one's my other live account strategy running. And this one is going for a long. So I'm going to go ahead and let this one stay in here. I have a feeling that we are going long today, so I'll let this one run. This one's at 40 whatever dollars. This one's 4 contracts on the M&Q. So I separated those out so we could easily see what the NQ strategy did for the day and what the M&Q 2-minute did. And we haven't had any trades on my live account for the this is basically the cash register trade strategy. and we haven't had any trades on that one today yet. So those are the top 3 that we have behind the scenes running, and you kind of see how they did today. And so far today, the winner is the YM drone, which is really running on the NQ10 range. So that's the winner today, but the live account actually almost beat it. We're still in this trade here, so we're up another $50. It isn't showing.
Order filled.
Isn't showing right there. Okay, we're getting some movement. So really appreciate everybody joining the live today. And again, if you have suggestions to make it better, please go ahead and drop your comments into the chat box there, and we'll continue to try to do our thing behind the scenes here to get the strategies so they're profitable, and then share them live. Again, everybody, thank you very much for joining us, and have a great afternoon, and good luck trading.
Submitted.